Hello and welcome to our demonstration today, Managing Your Quotes with Ease. My name is Andre Weber. I'm a Senior Solutions Engineer here at JobBOSS and a subject matter expert. I've had over 10 years in the field of manufacturing, operations, and ERPs, but most importantly, I was a JobBOSS customer at one point. So I have had a lot of real-time experience with the system through implementation, training, and heavy use as a master production planner. And in my previous role, there was a lot of interaction between myself and that estimation department because we did use it as the foundation for our business. So as we go through, I hope to impart some of those real life instances where this solution can work for you. Now, ECI is a global organization with over 1,000 employees in 20 locations across the globe. And we're all here to help you run your business with our business critical software. We primarily serve 4 verticals, maintaining those areas in field service, building and construction, distribution, and manufacturing. In that time, we've gotten over 17,000 customers worldwide with over 3 million users using our software to run their businesses. In that manufacturing vertical, we're going to concentrate mainly in those job shops, metal fabrication and processing, industrial machinery, and aerospace and defense. But it's not just limited to those items. Anyone who's involved in custom make-to-order manufacturing can find a home here at ECI. Now, for the past 40 years, our softwares that you see below have been serving the small to medium businesses, primarily in manufacturing. In that time, we have grown to over 100,000 customers and hope that we see you among those very soon. Now, today we're going to concentrate primarily on our quoting and estimation. And you're going to find a nice, easy, quick, efficient way to create those quotes. We're going to help you control that process as you go through those estimations, help you simulate and achieve accurate delivery dates, observe those detailed breakdowns of your quotes, and update those items on the fly. Now, within our software, we primarily take a look at those routing steps for our estimation, and that's going to be all of our departments, work centers, and machines that actually go into making that part. We're of course going to address those material requirements as well. And apart from that, we're also going to address not only those projected delivery dates, but also those individual statuses and won-losses for all those various line items. One thing that we definitely want to help you do is keep track of all of those quotes in a timely and efficient manner so nothing falls through the cracks. Well, what we're going to go ahead and do is hop over into our JobBOSS software. I'm going to point out just a couple of navigational items and then we're going to hop right on in. So I've gone ahead and hopped into my quote entry area. And first off, we've got a wide range search capability that you're going to have access to in all of our modules. Here in the quote area, we're going to have in-depth looks at all of those past quotes. We can take a look at those and even pull those into the future to begin making new quotes and estimations. When it comes to numbering or naming your documents, you can continue to use any kind of alphanumeric code you're currently using, or you can actually just let the system manage that and auto number those for you. What I'm going to do is hop into a quote that I had started just a few minutes ago. Now, this first area, we're going to have insight into our important customer information, sales and contact, and that overall RFQ number. We're also going to strive to keep information at your fingertips, so you are going to have push button access into all of your customer history, whether those are quotes or even current orders in the system. We'll also give you a little bit of access into their financial information as well. Now, the pricing area is where we can start building out the bones to our quote. Now, this is where you've got access to any type of part template for those repeat items that you'd like to quote. We're going to have all of their routing and materials here in the system ready for you, and you can utilize those at any time. We could also begin quoting a brand new part or service that we've never seen in the system before. And we're going to have two different kinds of quotes here in the system. For a lot of folks, we want to be able to get quotes out very quickly, and we may be a little bit more broad in our quoting process. So we're going to accommodate that into what we call a quick quote. And it's going to allow you to come in and directly overwrite that piece price, so you can go ahead and get that quote out and become competitive as quickly as possible. Now, we also have some folks who like the quoting process to be the foundation for production. So they want their estimators to be able to go in and give as much detail about that item, part, or service as possible. So that's where we can step into our part details area and we can address those critical areas. The first one is going to be our routing steps. And again, like I said, this is going to be all of those departments, work centers, or machines that you actually use to process and get that part all the way through and out the door. Now, you've got very quick and easy access to these items. As I bring those up, we can add those items on the fly and place those operations exactly where we'd like them to. We can also take this opportunity to begin putting in some important notes, instructions, as well as some attachments and drawings. So you can hold those on record for your quote. You can also, again, being that foundation for production, offer those to those folks who are going to be putting in the jobs, as well as giving our operators visibility to those attachments, notes, and documents right out there on the floor using our data collection environment. Now, this is also where you're going to get the opportunity to take a look at those baseline labor times. Now, we're going to have an area for any and all setup hours that you may have to run into. We're also going to have an area for a variable run rate. So anywhere from fixed hours down to seconds apart, we've got a selection to accommodate you. Now, these steps don't just have to be those internal processing steps. These can also be our external service steps or any kind of work release that we're doing. And we are going to ensure that we're going to capture those costs and, of course, capture those lead times. Now, once I've gotten my routing set, I, of course, want to come over and begin addressing my material requirements. Now, this is the area where you've got access to your full range of material items, from those raw stocks, supplies, all the way down to those consumables and those finished good items. Now, we can very quickly and easily add those items over. We're going to hold a stock status of all those items just to help out with that material planning and that overall product management. We can also go in and tell the system exactly how much material we're going to require for one finished good. So as those make quantities go up or down, or those quoted quantities go up or down, the system's going to know exactly how much material we're going to need for our jobs and our quotes. Again, we want to keep that important information at your fingertips. So again, you're going to have some nice push button access into your overall purchasing history, as well as that stock status, to make sure you're going after the best bang for your buck. And once we've addressed those key areas of materials and routing steps, we can go in and actually have JobBOSS now create that price for us. And that's what that apply calculated price is going to do for us. So we're actually going to see that piece price and then that total price. And as I said, we can update these quotes on the fly. So if I'd already sent this out, my customer really likes the price that I'm giving him, but maybe he wants to increase his quantity. Without a lot of muss, without a lot of fuss, I can go in and update that for 1,000 pieces, and JobBOSS is going to work out that price just the same. Now that we also have those routings and materials in our system, we can also interact a little bit with our scheduling department. And that's going to be JobBOSS's ability to give you a projected delivery date for any of the line items that you've entered on your quote so far. It's going to allow us to select a potential order date that our customer may have for us. And as it works through those routing steps, it's going to give us that generated date that we're looking for. I'm having just a little hiccup here on my side. I apologize. We had a couple of errors. That's why we had to start a little late. So I appreciate your patience. So just give me a minute and I will get us back up and running. All right, there we go. So yeah, I'll be able to select that order date, go ahead, click on that projected delivery button. It's going to look at our routing steps and it's going to look at our current active schedule. And by those quantities, it's going to be able to give us that projected delivery date. And I apologize, I'm still having some issues over on my side. And there we go. Got those projected delivery dates all ready for us. And of course, we're just able to see that quantity and able to see when we're going to get those items out the door. Now, with those critical items of routing and material and having JobBOSS calculate that price for us, we can also go ahead and print out that quote that our customer would see. Now, as this item generates, I'll go ahead and resize it for us. But of course, you would start seeing your information and logo across the top of our document. We're able to step through and see those important line items in the middle. And I'm going to highlight a couple of areas in blue. These are just some nice customizable text areas for any kinds of terms or standards that you need to communicate on your document. And with just a little effort, we were able to quote all of those items for our customers, give them some projected delivery dates, and send that quote out the door. But of course, internally, we're not quite done, because now someone needs to be able to follow up and monitor the progress for this particular quote and the other quotes that we have in the system. So that's where our status tab is going to come into play. This is going to allow you to set those important follow-up dates, those expiration dates, so that we can ensure that these quotes don't fall through the cracks and that we can win as much business as possible for our company. Now, along with that, as we continue to utilize the system, we're able to go in and start putting some one-loss reason codes so that we can take a look at our process, see if we can make it any more efficient, make it any more cost-effective, and win business and improve that process going forward. Now, along with that important information in our status area, we also just want to keep information about our parts and about our overall quote at your fingertips. So if ever we need to drill in and monitor all the items that we're taking a look at, we do have that button push access to all of our part numbers, all of those processes, and all of those line item quantities. Now, this is very important for many reasons. Oftentimes, we just want a nice centralized location where we can come monitor the different costs per line item and operation within those parts. Now, more importantly, I know it's never going to happen to anybody on this call, but every now and again, we might miss something in that process. And that's what we're seeing in all those different areas of red zeros. It's just letting us know the system's telling us that we've forgotten to put some information there and that we're not actually passing that cost along to our customer. And if we let this slide too much, it may also work its way into production. And at the end of the day, we're going to have to absorb a whole lot of costs that we weren't going to pass along to our customer. As you continue to send those quotes out and get those pieces of information, that one loss information back into the system, we're also going to give you a more executive level view. So you can take a look at all of your quotes or your entire estimation department. We've got our integrated dashboard items that are going to track those jobs, efficiencies. More importantly for us today, they're going to track those quote and sale items. So we can go in and from a very high level view, track all of our active quotes and have that nice drill down capability to take a look at those items and follow up with our customers. We're also able to see some more important information about when certain estimations are going to be expiring. We can also see what customers are coming to us most often. We can also drill into that shop stats area, and we're going to be able to track much of that same information and still have that nice hyperlink to track those quotes and those different customers. And in just a little bit of time, we've taken just a few actions to get a lot of our parts estimated. We've gotten those out to our customers, tracked those items, and also seen how we can improve our process going forward. I just want to tell everyone I really appreciate everyone's time, and I really appreciate that you've taken a little time out of your day to come in and learn a little bit more about our solution. Today, you've seen just how those delivery dates can be simulated and ensure just-in-time shipping for a lot of those items. You've seen how JobBOSS can give you insight into those important dates of follow-up and expiration to make sure that no opportunities fall through the cracks. JobBOSS is going to track those routings, material, and service requirements to ensure that your customers' needs are always going to be met. You've also seen just a few items of how JobBOSS is going to be flexible and allow you to accommodate any kind of customer, any kind of part on the fly. We're not just going to stop at quoting, though. JobBOSS is going to be a full shop management solution that's going to give you control all the way from quoting through your cost analysis. We've also got some items for advanced quality, as well as CRM and all of your accounting needs. We're going to be getting in contact with a few of you today, so again, I appreciate your time. Otherwise, I have flashed just a couple of items up there if you would like to get a little bit more information or contact us. I've got our phone number and website. Again, I just want to thank you all for joining us today, and I hope to be working with you again in the future. Thank you very much.